Well, g'day again. Here I am, a little bit after Christmas, in the really hot weather we've been having. Today it reached about 34 in this area. Not as bad as some other places, but it's getting pretty hot. And I've had to go around and do some watering, but I can't keep up with it. It's far too big a yard for me to contain it all. But in my watering, I'd like to just show you this. This tree has blossomed. And this is my star fruit. There are some beautiful flowers up there, beautiful flowers in here. Now I've had up to 600 pieces of fruit off this tree, and it fruited 5 times last year. It flowered a little while back, but it basically lost all those flowers. And it's very interesting that in this hot weather, now that I've been watering, it actually has started to produce fruit, which will be great because that'll come in about 2 months' time. Just to note, things like this keep falling out of the sky, and I just keep collecting it. Well, I've got to get rid of it all, but that's next winter. Meanwhile, I just thought I'd show you this little thing down here. Now, I just collected these. I collected a handful of purple king beans as well, and the reality is I'm collecting this every 2 days, sometimes every day. Oh, by the way, this tree is absolutely laden with flowers at this time of year, and I'm just going to have to keep the moisture up to it. I've got a bit of a sad situation. My pomegranate tree dropped most of its flowers, most of its fruit. It looks very pretty at this time, but very difficult to find any fruit on it. I got it down to 1 or 2. Oh yes, there's one right there. If you can see him, I'll come around this side so you can see him a little clearer. There's 2. There's a second one just behind there. Oops, he hasn't had enough water. It's been a very, very hard season on everything. But the pomegranate tree will come back. But look at my poor plum tree. This is what birds have done to it. They've just absolutely monstered it, and then it's suffering. That's a Costa Rica, and this is a purple plum. He's not doing terribly well either. They may come back if I'm lucky. I showed you the Brazilian cherry, but have a look here. This is getting really exciting because there's lots of fruit on this tree here. Now this is my black pudding or my black sapote. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Not enough water. Most of my fruit's dying. It'll only hold a small number. It'll never hold a large number, but they're falling off and it's not doing terribly well. However, over here, the veggie garden, and I should stop, but I'll keep going, because I replanted. And if we go over here and have a look, you'll see that my replanting is booming in many cases. In some cases there's only a few, but it is coming on just a touch better than it was before, and I'm looking forward to February where all of these will start to produce. Oh, there's my one honeydew. He's doing okay. The rock melons are still hanging in. More flowers and more fruit possibly. Up here there's still no fruit. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Look at this. This, if you go down, is a secondary shoot. And these are occurring on the Chocos all the time. Now this happened last year. So it's apparently a secondary phase, and they come on stronger and better than they were before, and just have a second season. Of course, that will be my February season. Look over here. He's grown nicely here, but he just doesn't produce anything. Oh, and if I go in here again, I've been getting quite a lot of the yellow butter beans. Sorry about that. But just look down here. I'm finally getting zucchinis. Isn't that nice? I'll pick him tomorrow probably. But we've been getting a few. Having a bit of problem with some of the watering systems. They keep bursting pipes. But look at these tomatoes. This is a second crop coming through. And there's a large number of pieces of fruit on these tomatoes here. But they are being affected by the weather, as you can see. But have a look at the number of tomatoes right there. Isn't that wonderful? These are the crazy something or other. I'll tell you what they are one day when I find the little sign that I put up here to tell me what they were. But oh, down I go and out I go. And the pumpkins over here, I replanted them as well. They're coming on quite well now in some ways, but in other ways they're not doing all that well. But if you can see in here, you'll see that I've got a whole stack of new ones coming through. Alright, we've got them coming in this new section that I created. We've got them back up there, if you can see them. And the watering system seems to be doing better, but I've just got to get them through till February, and then everything should start to produce fruit. Anyway, I better say goodbye now. The corn's coming on nicely there. We've had a really hard time this year in the heat, but we'll get by. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye for now.